Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with the one and only Eddie Hearn. Good to see you again, Ed.
Hey, Fight fans.
Okay, I know we only have 10 minutes, so we're going to have to just get straight to... Is it, though?
Yeah, I think so.
That would be a record for us.
Go into one of our life interviews that we sometimes do. So
I'll leave
boxing news. Yeah, been doing some good work this week. Well done.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's get straight to it. First and foremost, big card this weekend, exciting card, a lot of banter on stage. Probably one of the longest press conferences we've been through in a while because of how stacked the card is. Tell us a bit about, what just the experience overall. I mean, I know I've had a good time. There's been a lot of jokes with.
Not anymore. I used to be, but yeah. It's a massive card, I mean, like I said, just been going on for like an hour and 20 minutes because there's so many fights of such importance. Even talking about Scott Fitzgerald returning on Facebook, you've got James Tennyson going for the IBO title in a really tough fight. You've got Campbell Hatton. You've got Chris Eubank Jr. returning against Marcus Morrison. You've got Dimitri Bivol against Craig Richards, the British light heavyweight champion. You've got Natasha Jonas against Katie Taylor for the Undisputed Championship. And then you've got Chisora Parker. So, massive night of boxing. Amazing to be doing it without fans. I mean, gutting, really. But this sells out any arena in the UK. It's massive. But we'll be there back soon. But in the meantime, really big night of boxing this weekend.
All right, since we're limited, I really want to get straight to it. What's going on with this whole Bob Arum stuff? Like Bob's saying that things really have...
I think there's 2 or 3 Bob Arums. I think there's more than one Bob Arum because I saw some of his quotes yesterday and I messaged him last night and said, what's going on? What's the game? Because last communication with him was on Friday. He says we haven't spoke for 2 weeks. I mean, unless he's on a wind-up, got another agenda or just forgotten, I don't really know. I mean, he's definitely trying to put the pressure on. And listen, this has definitely gone on a few more days than I expected it to. But it's a big deal, Michelle. Unfortunately, we got, a site in the Middle East. We've got lawyers in the UK. We've got lawyers on the West Coast. We're getting everybody together. People are reviewing drafts. There's another one comes back tonight. And hopefully, you never know, that one come back tonight and we're all good. Or there might be another couple of comments, which will take another day or two. So it was disappointing because everything's like, oh, Eddie's desperate, Eddie's time's running out. I don't understand that. This is supposed to be a co-promotion. We're all trying to get the fight made, but it's just on me. Basically, if I don't deliver, the fight's off. I mean, that's basically what he's saying. But no one's doing any work on it other than me. So you have to give me the opportunity to close the deal. Tyson Fury's lawyers are aware of the deal. Everyone's happy, right? Tyson Fury's happy. Even Bob Arum is happy with the deal. He's just moaning that it's taking a little bit longer than... But again, I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say Bob Arum hasn't done a deal like this of this size before. He hasn't. They're quite unique. And it's a big deal. It's not one that there's one draft back and everyone goes, yeah, great, let's just go. So I've dealt with these people before, right? I've got a fantastic relationship with them. They delivered on their promises last time. And when they tell me it's done, I believe them. And they've told me it's done, right? We have to paper that. We live in a professional world where we want to do the correct business and the right job for our client, Anthony Joshua. So therefore, I don't know if he's frustrated or under pressure or whatever he is, but this fight is going to get done. You just have to go through the process and let the lawyers go through the process.
So what's the situation with arbitration? Because I know the last time we spoke, you said, everything's fine, we're moving forward. Doesn't seem like everything's fine. Deontay Wilder's missus left a comment on a post that I did regarding, Saudi Arabia being announced as the site. And she's like, well, he can't fight anyone until he fights Deontay next. So is there a step aside? What's going on? Is there any...
It's their business. Look, this arbitration is not going to lead to an injunction to stop at the undisputed fight. If they have to do a deal with Deontay Wilder, I have no idea. But I'm reassured by it, and I know it can't stop the fight, but it is ongoing. We saw Tyson Fury, I think, went to a hearing. They have to go through that process.
But if Tyson is held with some sort of fine...
Honest, I'm reassured that's not even an issue. Listen, if that happens, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. That's out of my control, but I don't see that as an issue at all going into this fight. What we need the final draft of the contract, and we need all the lawyers around the world to go, we're happy with that version. Signature, done, announce. That's it. And that's the moment where we'll sit there and I will go, thank fuck for that, because I've done the whole thing. Not, I don't want a medal or pats on the back, but I've done the whole thing. So
Why is that? Like, why is...
ability, drive, energy. Like, these guys are, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Bob's 90, Frank's 70. Like, I won't stop on this because and to be honest with you, when I saw the comments last night, part of me felt, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's just leave it. You know what I mean? And then part of me felt, no, you've got to deliver for AJ. This is our dream to get this fight, right? Everyone's saying you can't do it. Everyone's out there, so do it. And then that's what I'm doing. But you can't. It'd just be nice. Like Bob, 5 days ago, Bob was giving interviews saying it's all done, right? Here's the site deal. This is what it is. It's happening. Then 4 days later, he goes, I haven't spoken to him for 2 weeks. It's in jeopardy. Nothing's in jeopardy. Just go through the process.
So just to clarify, Ed, the arbitration stuff obviously has nothing to do with you, but is there still a chance with what's ongoing there that it could possibly prevent this fight from happening?
I don't believe so, no. I mean, they can't prevent the fight from happening, no. But listen, I'm not aware of, all I'm being told is that is not an issue at all. They have to go through this process, but again, like, that would be devastating for us because I put my absolute heart and soul into doing this, but I can't control that. I can only take what they say as the truth. And to be honest, I don't think, I hope that there wouldn't have been this much work got, and there has been a tension from their side on the contracts and the deal, and everyone appears to be in the same boat. But then you sort of, Bob's interviews are weird. Like, he says some...
Bob said that, well, maybe we go and fight Deontay Wilder, and it just sort of threw things...
If this fight falls through, that's what he said. He said, if this fight falls through, maybe we go and fight Deontay Wilder. I think they might. They ain't got any other choices. What else is Tyson Fury going to do? So, he's in a situation here. He's got a massive deal, Tyson Fury. He's got the fight that everyone wants to see. I believe he's got the fight that he wants. So we're all good. But you just, I've got and maybe it worked from Bob because I sent that on to our, friends in the Middle East, and I said, you need to hurry up. And I said, we're moving as fast as we can. There's a process that has to be followed here, but we have it in writing from them. We have it verbally on calls. We have it from the top people. This is done, this deal. But I can't, just magic up long-form agreements and just make sure everyone's happy with all the exact word in the agreement. Yes, I expected this to be, fully complete by probably last weekend, and it will probably be this weekend. But, you just have to let the process play out. We can't do any more.
Right. Well, hopefully we don't get any sort of side news with arbitration.
About the arbitration, you know what I mean?
The reality of it is when you're in some sort of legal situation, it's kind of hard for you to sign on documents when you don't...
They've already signed. It's not stopping them from signing any fight at all. And it's not stopping them from taking any fight at all. It's arbitration. And again, look, that's over to Bob and Tyson. That's their mess. All right? But
You've done what you needed to do.
Absolutely. Well, not yet. I've nearly done what I've needed to do. What I need back is the agreement that our lawyers, that Fury's lawyers, that Saudi's lawyers, Middle East lawyers, are happy with. And then we move forward like great partners, and we produce the biggest sporting event of 2021.
One of the things, it's actually funny. The other day I was looking through some old files, and I came across a really old interview with...
Why is it I don't have a Metron tracksuit yet?
Because this is a prototype. Do you like it?
Very nice.
It's quite stretchy, look.
No,
yeah,
very nice.
I know.
Very
you can have one. It'd be an honour.
Yeah, that was sick. Thank you. You know what we should do now? On the ones in London, you should put like Matchroom and then the Union Jack around there.
Yeah.
Like for me.
Okay.
Yeah. I would love that. Yeah.
A little watches on the back?
No, only Matchroom.
Okay.
Support the brand.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. So I was looking through some old footage, and I saw that there was some clips of Tyson when he was just kind of, doing some talking about you and having a good laugh about it. You guys, I wouldn't say you guys, but there's words that come from Tice over to you. Did you see the most recent stuff he said about you promoting Canelo more than Billy Joe?
Today, he put up some footage of me after the Callum Smith fight, before the Billy Joe fight was ever made, saying this guy might be unbeatable, and if I was to work with him, he'd be my boss. I say that about every fighter, you know that, right? Oh, look, here he is again. I said, the Billy Joe fight weren't even made then. But like, we're in a situation where my job is to deliver for my fighters. Canelo Alvarez said to me, I want to fight Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders said to me, I want to fight Canelo Alvarez. I made it happen, right? Like, now you've got, he's putting more focus on Canelo Alvarez. Look, Canelo Alvarez is the biggest star in American boxing, and potentially him and AJ probably too. So obviously there's going to be a lot of focus on Canelo Alvarez. Billy Joe won't do any media, right? He's just refused to do any media. So obviously all the attention, all the interviews, all the focus is on Canelo Alvarez. It's like, well, he's not getting any attention. He won't do any media. So I've done my job, Michelle, and it gets to a stage where it's like, look, if you don't like me, if you don't want me around, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm a bit gutted about that because I've backed Billy Joe. He's done some silly things, and I know he's a good guy, and I've always backed him and gone, look, I know he can be a bit idiotic, but he's got a good heart. So it's not like, if people think that I could have sold Billy Joe out, I could have done that many times over the last year and a half. I got him what he wanted. And if he wins, I'd be delighted for him. You know what I mean? But he's now got it in his head that I'm the enemy. So therefore, no problem.
He said that or something.
He said it I think he said it in an interview, yeah. But look, I mean, it's disappointing because I want to go to Fight Week. He deserves this. I've said before that I worked hard to get this fight, but he's worked very hard to get to this moment, and he deserves it. And I'm pleased that I've been a small part of helping him get it. And next week, I'd quite like to enjoy it with him and his dad and Mark Tibbs, but it's going to be a little bit icy and edgy, but there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a problem, but if he has a problem with me, look, we do the fight. I've given you the fight. Can't do any more than that. Everything will be exactly as per the contract. My reputation speaks for itself in that sense. Good luck to you, mate. You know what I mean?
I'm excited.
Oh, it's a massive fight. I mean, the atmosphere next week is going to be absolutely off the charts. And Billy's won. Part of me, and I actually hope this is true, part of me feels like he's kind of winding himself up. Like, do you know, like me v the world mentality? And it's not a tactic, but it's kind of like a mind game. Him and Tyson, because Tyson's a bit like that. You know what I mean? It's us against the world, which will make him sharp, will make him switched on. He's in tremendous shape. It's the toughest fight out there for Canelo Alvarez. This is a real fight. You know what I mean? But I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Well, Ed, I know you got to get going, so thank you for your 10 minutes of your time.
One tomorrow.
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes tomorrow.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. All right. Bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans. It's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else